Welcome to this BBC News Facebook Live from Victoria Square, right in the centre of Bucharest. And as you can see, thousands of people have gathered here for the fourth consecutive night of protests against a government decree. I'm Nick Thorpe, and for the next 10 or 15 minutes I'll be talking to you about what's happening here. Please send your questions and comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Just to give you a sense, first of all, of the geography of this square, just over there you can see with the big columns, that is the Romanian government building, and that's why the protesters have gathered here. They want to send a message to the government, which is of course not sitting now on a Friday evening, but this has become, this square, Victoria Square, has become the focal point of these protests. Protests, of course, which are not just in Bucharest, but in many other cities around the country. Each evening, people gather in the square at perhaps 7 or 8 o'clock local time. They stream in here from across the city, travelling on public transport or walking in all the streets. Many, as you can see, waving the Romanian tricolour flag. Please send us your questions, any comments you may have. Romania, of course, a country in which, interestingly enough, protests quite often succeed. I was here myself in 1989 for the Romanian Revolution, when huge crowds in this very square and in other squares around Romania brought down the then communist dictatorship. Pretty young crowd on the whole. There was a small child there with his mother. There was some violence earlier on in the week, and I think some people were frightened away then, but here and there are parents with small children here as well. It's a noisy but good-natured crowd. The horns, the whistles, pretty typical of a Romanian demonstration. Just 2 years ago, crowds similar to this brought down the former Social Democrat government. That was a rather different scenario, though that government was on its last legs, whereas the government that these protests about this time has only just been elected. I have a question from Ross. He's asking about the horns. This is a typical way, Ross, of Romanians of expressing their strong feelings. The people are blowing the horns, whistling, and generally trying to give the government the message that they're very angry about what happened. So, and what did happen was that on Tuesday evening a decree was passed very suddenly by the government, almost without warning, and that decree basically decriminalises some forms of corruption. And so people have turned out here, as I say, for the fourth night in a row. Ross asks another question here: what forms of corruption anger ordinary Romanians the most? Why are these people in jail? I'll give you an example that was given to me by the Chief Prosecutor earlier on today. The Chief Prosecutor's office was set up actually to combat corruption in high places. So not just in political office, but for example in state institutions like a hospital, for example. So let's say that a hospital orders medicines worth, I don't know, several million euros, but then from each of those orders of medicines, the government, the hospital director might take a cut. And so that's the kind of thing which this National Anti-Corruption Directorate investigates. That's one example, but the investigations have gone right up to the very top. A former Prime Minister, Adrian Nastase, was sent to prison. Many ministers, mayors in offices, all the kind of deals which people make in a high office, in which they take a cut. It might be a motorway tender, it might be orders for a local council or indeed for the city council, it might be the embezzlement of European Union funds. Many forms of corruption then, and dozens of senior officials have ended up in jail as a result of this. And the new decree, the effect of that new decree would be to effectively, from the moment it comes into force, which is at midnight on the 10th of February, unless the different legal challenges are successful.